Our planet is a place of incredible wonders, shaped by powerful forces from deep within the earth. Volcanoes are perhaps one of the most dramatic examples of this power. They are mountains that can breathe fire and smoke, changing the very landscape around them. High in the Andes Mountains, straddling the border between Argentina and Chile, stands a true giant among these fiery mountains. Its name is OJOS del Salado, which means Eyes of the Salty One in Spanish. This name comes from the huge salt deposits that glitter in the vast desert below, a landscape that is both beautiful and harsh. This volcano rises from the Atacama Desert, one of the driest places on Earth. OJOS del Salado is special for a very important reason. It is the tallest active volcano on our entire planet. It reaches an astonishing height of 6,893 meters, or 22,615 feet, into the sky. To imagine this, you would have to stack more than 20 Eiffel Towers on top of one another to reach its peak. Standing at its base, one feels incredibly small, looking up at a peak that seems to touch the heavens. This immense height makes it not only a giant volcano, but also the second highest mountain in both the western and southern hemispheres, a true monarch of the Andes range. The volcano is what scientists call a stratovolcano. This means it was not built in a single massive explosion. Instead, it was formed over many thousands of years, layer by patient layer. Imagine thick, slow-moving lava flowing out, cooling and hardening into rock. Then another eruption adds a new layer of ash and rock on top. This process repeated itself over and over again, like a potter adding clay to a growing pot. This slow and steady construction is what has given OJOS del Salado its towering conical shape, a silent testament to the immense and persistent power of nature. The location of this volcano is a key part of its story. It sits within the mighty Andes, a long chain of mountains created by the movement of Earth's tectonic plates. Here, the massive Nazca Plate, which lies under the Pacific Ocean, is slowly pushing itself underneath the South American plate. This incredible pressure and friction deep beneath the surface melts rock into magma. This molten rock is lighter than the solid rock around it, so it rises upwards. Eventually, it finds a weak spot in the crust and erupts, building the great volcanoes of the Andes with OJOS del Salado as their magnificent king. Although OJOS del Salado is considered an active volcano, it is a very quiet and gentle giant. There are no records of it ever having a major explosive eruption in human history. Its activity is far more subtle and mysterious. The volcano breathes through openings called fumaroles. These vents release steady streams of hot gas and steam, smelling faintly of sulfur. This is a constant reminder that deep below the calm rocky surface, a powerful heart of molten rock is still beating. It shows us that the volcano is not sleeping but merely resting between its great acts of creation. The climate at such a great height is one of extremes. The air is thin, with very little oxygen, and the temperatures are incredibly cold, often dropping far below freezing. Because it is located in the extremely dry Atacama Desert, the volcano receives very little snow despite its towering altitude. This lack of a permanent snow cap gives its slopes a distinct reddish-brown color, making it look almost like a mountain from another world. The dry, cold winds constantly blow across its surface, shaping the rock and sand into strange and beautiful patterns over countless centuries of patient work. Hidden away near the summit, OJOS del Salado holds a remarkable secret. At an elevation of 6,390 meters, or nearly 21,000 feet, there is a small crater lake. This body of water, only about 100 meters across, is the highest known lake of any kind in the world. It is a pool of icy, crystal clear water sitting in a hollow, carved out by the volcano's past activity. To find liquid water at such a freezing altitude is extraordinary. It is a tiny, precious oasis in a vast high-altitude desert, a symbol of life's ability to exist in the most challenging environments on our planet. This high-altitude environment creates a truly unique ecosystem, though it is sparse and hardy. Life here must be incredibly tough to survive. Only the most resilient mosses and lichens can cling to the rocks, surviving the intense sun, freezing nights, and lack of water. The existence of the high-altitude lake, the quiet steam vents, and the vast dry slopes all combine to make OJOS del Salado a fascinating natural laboratory. Scientists come here to study how life can adapt to extreme conditions, perhaps learning lessons that could even apply to the search for life on other planets. The great height and challenging environment of OJOS del Salado have long called to the adventurous spirit of humankind. For centuries, its peak remained untouched, a distant and formidable goal. The first people to successfully reach the summit and stand on top of the world's highest volcano were a team of Polish explorers. In 1937, Jan Alfred Szczepanski and Justin Wojsnis made the difficult journey, writing their names into the history books. Their success opened the door for future mountaineers, proving that with courage and determination, even this Andean giant could be conquered by humans. In more recent times, adventurers have sought new and even more daring ways to reach the top. The challenge was no longer just about climbing, but about pushing the limits of technology and endurance. In late 2023, a team with a very special vehicle set a new world record. They drove a specially modified car, a Porsche 911 they named Edith, all the way to the summit. This was an incredible achievement, requiring a car that could handle the rocky terrain, thin air, and freezing cold. The team faced immense difficulties, but their success showed what is possible when human ingenuity meets a great natural challenge. The journey to the top, whether on foot or by car, is not for the faint of heart. The air, at over 6,000 meters, contains only about half the oxygen found at sea level. This makes every breath difficult and every step a huge effort. Climbers and drivers must spend weeks getting used to the altitude, allowing their bodies to slowly adapt to the harsh conditions. The biting winds and extreme cold are a constant threat, and the terrain is rough and unpredictable. Conquering OJOS del Salado requires not just physical strength, but careful planning, patience, and a deep respect for the power of the mountain. These incredible expeditions, from the first climb in 1937 to the record-breaking drive in 2023, are more than just adventures. They are a testament to our enduring fascination with the world's highest and wildest places. They inspire us to explore, to push our boundaries, and to learn more about the amazing planet we call home. Each successful journey to the summit of OJOS del Salado adds another chapter to the story of human exploration. A story of curiosity, bravery, and the desire to stand on top of the world and see it from a new perspective. While OJOS del Salado is the undisputed champion of volcanoes on Earth, our solar system holds a volcano that is truly colossal. On the planet Mars, there is a shield volcano named Olympus Mons. This Martian mountain is so enormous that it makes even our tallest peaks look small. Olympus Mons rises an incredible 21 kilometers or about 13 miles high. That is nearly 3 times taller than OJOS del Salado. It is so wide that if you placed it in the middle of a country like France, it would cover almost the entire nation. Its sheer scale is difficult for us to even comprehend. The reason for this dramatic difference in size lies deep within the planets themselves. On Earth, the crust is broken into tectonic plates that are always moving. A volcano like OJOS del Salado forms over a hot spot, but as the South American plate moves, the volcano is carried away from its source of magma. This limits how large any single volcano can become. Mars, however, does not have tectonic plates. Its crust is static. This meant that Olympus Mons could sit over the same hotspot for hundreds of millions of years, growing larger and larger with each eruption until it became the giant we see today. Even here on Earth, OJOS del Salado has impressive neighbors in the Andes. It is part of a family of giant volcanoes. Nearby, mountains like Monte Piscis and Lulailaco also reach incredible heights, both standing well over 6,700 meters tall. Lulailaco is also famous as the site of the world's highest archaeological discovery, where the perfectly preserved bodies of 3 Inca children were found. These great peaks form a spectacular skyline, a testament to the immense volcanic and tectonic forces that have shaped the entire South American continent over millions of years. OJOS del Salado, therefore, is a place of grand superlatives. It is the world's highest active volcano, home to the world's highest lake, and a stage for incredible feats of human exploration. It teaches us about the powerful geology of our own planet and gives us a sense of scale when we look to the heavens and see the even larger wonders of our solar system. It is a symbol of nature's raw power and beauty, a quiet giant that continues to inspire awe and curiosity in all who learn of its existence, standing tall in the thin, cold air of the high Andes.